In a retrofit, we're usually working directly for the homeowner, and we're working usually in a home that's already finished, and there's different constraints in a retrofit versus new construction. So in a retrofit, for example, you have to be very cognizant of the noise and the mess that you make in someone's home. You have to be respectful of their time and their space. We also have to be, particularly in winter installations, we have to be very careful about keeping their existing heating system running for as long as possible and disconnecting it at the very last minute in order to ensure that we can get the geothermal heating system up and running as fast as possible. Other things with retrofits is we make a pretty big mess of the yard. So if there's a lot of landscaping or the grass gets destroyed, we try to leave the site in fairly decent condition, leveling off the yard and doing any landscaping repairs that they request of us. In new construction, we're usually working with a builder or an architect. Sometimes the architect doesn't have a mechanical room in the plans, or they don't make accommodations for ductwork, and so we have to get involved very early on in the construction process to make sure that there's space for our equipment and that we can run the ductwork in a place that's okay for their vision of the house. We're also kind of at the mercy of someone else's schedule. The builder has a certain construction schedule. All his subcontractors have their schedules, and sometimes we have to wait on the subcontractors, or sometimes we have to, they're waiting on us, so we have to complete a certain component of our installation so that they can continue work. Another thing in new construction is that we don't usually have to worry about landscaping or making a mess in the yard, because all of that's going to be finished later on once the house is complete. I wouldn't say that one installation was more difficult than the other. It's just, new construction, the project tends to take quite a bit longer because of all of the different players involved. And that's just really the nature of construction. You really have to be, cooperate and be a team player, no matter whether it's new construction or a retrofit. There really isn't a cookie cutter approach that we can take to installing a geothermal system. Every house is different. Space requirements are different. The size of the house is different. Housing layout is different in every case. So it's really important to take a look at the house or look at the plans before anything really proceeds with a geothermal installation.